I am proud to have laid out by far the most aggressive, most visionary plan to liberate our children from the Marxist lunatics and perverts who have infested our educational system. They're perverts.
That was Donald Trump's message last year at the summit of the far-right political group Moms for Liberty. Even if you don't know Moms for Liberty by name, you're probably still familiar with their work. The group got their start protesting against mask and vaccine requirements in schools and have since transitioned their mission to banning books from school libraries and classrooms, fighting diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, and trying to get local school board members they don't see as conservative enough voted out of office. The group's tactics and ideology are so aggressive that last year, the Southern Poverty Law Center labeled Moms for Liberty an extremist organization. Tonight, Trump is back at the Moms for Liberty so-called Joyful Warriors annual summit in D.C. this year, and they're doing what they're calling a special fireside chat with Donald Trump. But given how extreme Moms for Liberty is, I actually think it's an open question whether Trump continuing to tie himself to the group is a political asset or a liability. This week, the Tampa Bay Times reported that of the 14 candidates Moms for Liberty backed in Florida's recent school board elections, only 3 won. Another 6 lost and 5 are headed to runoffs in November. And when you look at where these Moms for Liberty-backed candidates lost, the picture is starker. Even Sarasota County, where Republicans hold a 2-to-1 majority over Democrats, 2 Moms for Liberty-backed hopefuls lost. And that reflects a national trend. Last year, all across the country, fewer than 1/3 of the school board candidates endorsed by Moms for Liberty won their elections. Birds of a feather may flock together. So will Trump's continued connections to Moms for Liberty be a political albatross? Joining me now is Jennifer Jenkins. She's served on the school board of Brevard County, Florida since 2020, when she defeated an incumbent who went on to co-found Moms for Liberty. She now chairs Educated We Stand, an organization that aims to limit the influence of far-right extremists on public education. Jennifer, thanks for taking the time to join us tonight. In full disclosure, I have a 9-year-old. I say she's 9 going on 30. She's a 4th grader in public school in Florida. And so I have a very, very invested interest in what happens in our school system. I have to ask you, though, I obviously follow these races really carefully and closely. And the number of losses that are being racked up by Moms for Liberty-backed candidates for school board races especially is pretty remarkable.
It is remarkable. You know, unfortunately, we've seen this far-right extremism not just in the state of Florida. We see it in all 50 states. So that's why I felt compelled to organize the opposition with my organization called Educated We Stand. And our goal is to elect and protect pro-public education candidates for school board. And by doing so, we're going to show how we can fight back in states like Florida that are trending extreme. Because if we can win here in Florida, we can win in all 50 states. And that's exactly what we did in our recent election. 88% of our endorsed candidates were successful across Florida against opponents endorsed by Moms for Liberty and Ron DeSantis. And one of our candidates that we supported, you mentioned just before, successfully flipped a seat in Ruby Red, Sarasota County, a founding county of Moms for Liberty, solidifying that when we let the voters know who the candidates are that support extremism, they will lose, regardless of the political makeup of that area.
Jennifer, for those viewers that are tuning in that maybe don't understand how extreme we're talking when it comes to Moms for Liberty, give a couple of examples of what they've done, what their mission is to do, and why it is the case that you think the backlash now has been so extreme in response to what they're trying to do in our public schools.
I have unfortunately lived it personally. I'm a mom, an educator, married to a middle school history teacher. And after I defeated the founder of Moms for Liberty in my school board race in 2020, we became ground zero for a trend of an ideological takeover of public education by far-right extremists like Moms for Liberty. They started showing up to my school board meetings. They caused chaos and havoc. It started with masks and then quickly grew into bigotry against LGBTQ students and staff. Fast forward to criticizing African-American history and curriculum. I was facing harassment and intimidation campaigns from extremists in our community that they had ignited with protests in front of my home, vandalism of my property, following me and my family around. It has gotten absolutely incredibly insane when it comes to what is happening in our school boards. And unfortunately, they have taken over what's going on in our legislature in Tallahassee. And it has allowed this extremist ideology to seep into the laws and the Department of Education.
And let's be clear, Jennifer, it's not just Donald Trump. Ron DeSantis is a political bedfellow with Moms for Liberty. This is what happened in the latest races. DeSantis endorsed 23 candidates, and 11 lost, and 6 are headed to runoffs in November. So it's not just the Donald Trump association and that guilt by association that seems to be doing damage. The Ron DeSantis failed presidential candidate, failed governor of Florida. Also, his endorsement seems to be the kiss of death if you're running for public office here in Florida. Why is it then that you think that there's been this galvanized response that the culture wars that have been waged here, talk about Ground Zero, in the state of Florida, why that is not happening anymore, and why this could be, Florida could be the state that shows that culture wars just don't work no matter where you are in the United States?
I think it's important to recognize that as we're hearing about Project 2025 here in Florida, it feels like we've chosen to listen to the audiobook version on double time because we are living it. Florida Republicans are doing everything in their power to continuously undermine voters who reject their extremism. The Florida Department of Education is starting to look like a participation trophy case of people DeSantis appoints after his and Moms for Liberty school board candidates lose their races. Republicans like DeSantis and Trump share a complete disregard for a government that reflects the will of its constituents, and they will do anything to impose their agenda. And that's what they're telling us with Project 2025. They want to dismantle the Department of Education. They want to cut Title I funding, end early childhood programs like Head Start, and destroy IDEA, which will end protections for students with disabilities. So when they tell us who they are, we have to believe them. We have to organize, and we have to vote them out of office.
Jennifer, quickly before I have to let you go, though, I want people to understand you're not a professional politician. You're not somebody who said, you know what, I'm going to be running for office for my life. You ran for school board because you got fed up with what was going on and how it was impacting you, your family, your child's education.
Absolutely. You know, again, I said I'm a mom, I'm an educator, my husband is a teacher. I went and fought with my fellow educators in a sea of red t-shirts, throwing the red for ed movement, fighting for fair wage increases. I was making $38,000 with a master's degree in the state of Florida. And ever since Ron DeSantis took office, we have dropped to 50th in the nation for average teacher pay. I truly ran because I care about public education. I care about my colleagues, my students, and the future of my own daughter who is in 3rd grade.
Jennifer Jenkins, member of the Brevard County School Board in Brevard County, Florida. Thanks for taking the time to join us tonight. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.